a number of our merry walkers are in fact just over here inside our pub, the Fox and Hounds. We are all gathered together, some 10 of us going to take part in this walk, and it's lovely to see it. It's misty outside, but we're looking forward to it, aren't we? We're going to walk right across on our daffodil walk. But before we start, here we are with Mark, who is the landlord of this marvellous pub. We've been here before on many occasions, and it's really lovely to be back here and always have such a lovely welcome. But Mark, you've been the landlord here for quite some time, haven't you?
Yeah, 7 years in June. Yeah.
And over that time, you've seen many changes? You've seen many groups like ours coming in?
Yeah, it's a bit of a hotspot for walkers, in all fairness, using the car park and then up on the common and down the daffodils. So yeah, they do support the pub very well.
Well, we're going for a walk now. We're going to leave here. We're going to just crest the little pathway up behind us, and then we're going to wend our way towards Coed-y-Bwl, where the daffodils, we hope, are out in profusion today. Whether or not the daffodils will be able to beat the, what do we say, the red rose of England after last Saturday. Well, we're both Englishmen. Is that right, Mark? You're from where originally?
From the Isle of Wight.
So, Isle of Wight, Gloucestershire. So you must give us just a little moment of, I daren't say smug satisfaction, but at least a little bit of rejoicing that for once we managed in recent years to win. All right? All our ladies with the red shirts are telling me to be quiet, so I think we better go on our walk. But here we are, all the happy gang around here. We've found Jeff as well. We were inside, but Jeff was waiting for us over in the car park. Very sensibly. But we're all set now. Here we are in the Fox and Hounds, and we're going to wend our way up this little walkway up behind and wend our way over to Coed-y-Bwl. So, all looking forward to it? All right? Okay? Just as an introduction, because Anne was telling us so much before, I could just ask Heather where she's from.
Originally, you mean?
Yes.
Ammanford.
From Ammanford.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So there's real joy of so many representatives from England inside, from different parts of Wales. Ammanford itself is where you were born and lived for some time. What brought you to Porthcawl?
My father's job. So when I was 17.
John.
Lovely to welcome you. As you can hear, the gang is rebelling, saying we're on our way.
We started our walk here at the Fox and Hounds. We can see here, we walked nearly 3 miles. Walking along this route towards the marker which shows 1 mile. We walked around here amongst the daffodils, around the stream, and then on towards the fields. And then back to the Fox and Hounds.
Talking about snowdrops with a dewdrop on his nose.
Well, here we are, one of our pauses now. We've got the snowdrops here, which really look absolutely beautiful. And the girls are doing their photographic work as well. Anne, any favourites of flowers? You like the snowdrop in particular?
My mother's favourite, so I've got loads in my front garden. No, but my favourite ones are fuchsias. But I do like the beginning of the spring. It makes you feel as though it is going to happen.
Well, there is something lovely about it, isn't it? What do you think, Jeff? Any thoughts of the snowdrop?
They're lovely. When I was young, I used to come along and pick those, but it's illegal these days.
That's right.
If I was to pick those out there, I'd be breaking the law.
Yeah.
It's illegal to pick wildflowers now because they obviously like that spot there. If I took them in my garden, they might not like it.
So Gary's suggestion, our intrepid walker over the river, the Colorado, the Grand Canyon, his idea that he'd take a trowel to this would certainly not be...
he'd end up in Clink.
Yeah.
The local sheriff would have him.
Well, for the time being, I think it's just lovely saying this is one of our pauses on the way, and now we're going to go into Coed-y-Bwl itself and have a look at the daffodils.
Hopefully, if they're there.
Yeah, well, there's a couple behind in the back, so hopefully we're not too late.
Come on, it's only 2:30 now. Stop bringing loading on you lot. Well done, Lawrence. Well done. Here they are. Look at them all laughing in here, Lawrence. Here they come.
Is it time
Here
to
they
go
come.
back now?
Well done, Lawrence has got you.
Is it pub time now?
This is the new arrival. Make sure you're on here, this new arrival. My goodness me.
I'll do a face bomb.
Where are you from as well? Where are you from?
In London.
In London. Well, there we are. Another English lady now. We're doing very well. John, hey, right, okay. How many English people here? How many? Let's have a look. 1, 2, 3, 4. How many Welsh? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, we're outnumbered. No,
A little more natives.
Okay.
But when you think about it, we chose to live here.
Well, you had to pay to get you.
Where can we see this?
Well, here we are. We've actually arrived at the start of our daffodil, the daffodil part of the walk. And here, Anne, there is the mention of the daffodils themselves being the natural daffodils.
Wild.
That's right, isn't it, Jeff? The wild daffodils here. As we walk through what is Coed-y-Bwl. We're going to walk in a clockwise direction around here.
Which direction is that then, John? Is that
Well,
anti-clockwise or
I'm going to bet that it's going that way round, up that little incline, and come back this way. That's my bet.
So who's got the clock to know where we're going?
What it says is here, it's really very much known as the wild daffodil wood as well, apparently, in here. And of course encouraging us that when the daffodils bloom in March that we should all be here and strolling through. And here we are in March, in Coed-y-Bwl, walking through amongst the wild daffodils.
What is the wildest flower? The wildest flower.
Let's take this one up. Which is the wildest flower?
Wildest flower. Anybody? A snapdragon.
All right. Snapdragon. What are we going to do with Jeff? Well, perhaps we push him down when we get to the top of the slope. Anne is just making mention as well to which bird? To which bird, Anne?
To the great spotted woodpecker is known in this area. Well, which would be lovely to see, wouldn't it?
Well, would we see it, I suppose, in March? I suppose the birds are, in fact, all coming out. And also, you may mention the speckled wood butterfly and the beauty of bluebells a little bit later in the season. We're a little bit early for that, but we come down and we'll see that soon. Well, Anne and I were actually looking for the spotted woodpecker, weren't we? And hoping that we can find something. But what's quite exciting, Anne, is to see the little bird sanctuaries almost, aren't they?
Yeah, well, this one is numbered 5. The one on this side, which is a much larger hole, which would obviously have a bigger bird in it. Hopefully that could be something that they could do. I haven't seen any evidence on the trees of woodpeckers, but could be too early yet.
Give me lots of time. There we are. Sorry, Catherine.
Going to throw Lawrence in, is that what we're doing? Oh, no, he's going to throw me in, right? He's going to get the camera. Right, sir.
Now here we are enjoying this walk, perhaps a bit small by comparison with your normal enterprises over the Grand Canyon. How is this a raging torrent that you might recall?
It doesn't really remind me of the Colorado River, but it's got a certain Amazonian sort of effect on me. I think it's if you could think of this as the tributary to the Amazon. I could quite see that, John. Yes.
It's one of the centre points that we always come down to after the daffodils. Now we are striding up onto the moors and looking out over Bridgend, and maybe when we get up there, maybe that will remind you of high up on the canyon.
I'm told it's similar to the Everest Base Camp. Actually, I think was it you that told me that? So I'm looking forward to seeing that, John. Yes.
I haven't claimed Everest. My walks, I wouldn't dare to go to these further parts. But you're due to go on another one, aren't you? Or have you just come back from one?
No. This is causing a little bit of humiliation in some ways, because Jeff says to me, what's this talking? I said, I haven't been on it yet. So we are hoping to go to Bolivia and to the high Andes, to the salt flats there, and roam around there for a while.
Well, I must say,
it won't be till October.
But it all sounds wonderful. And of course, this is our training camp.
Yeah.
So here we are on this training camp. Nothing could be better. Nowhere could be better.
Look at that. I just saw a huge bunch of piranhas in there. I call it cotillion. We moved around an awful lot when I was a boy. We had a 9-week
On this, the man who really does all the work. And this is Lawrence, who's coming. He really is wonderful, because he's been photographing the daffodils and now here. So here's the man who does all the work. Well, Lawrence, we are really so grateful to you for all the work that you're doing. Lovely day, isn't it, today for this walk?
Yes, fogs never look better.
The difference actually up on the floor was that first. And also having water features in the mouth. Did it say you had
Lawrence does it all, he puts it all on.
So now we have to go to the boarding desk.
Well, Jeff, we've done a bracing walk there, haven't we? As we've come along. And look, over in the distance, a bit misty, isn't it, at the moment, with the, well, I suppose that's some brides down below and running up to Bridgend.
Belt and bracing wind, yeah.
It's been really good, hasn't it? Been lovely. And in the background, here is this house, which, of course, was built at the time when two celebrities were at their height. One of whom was...
I'm a paparazzi.
Well, Gavin Henson. Gavin Henson was, of course, so famous, wasn't he, at that time, as the number 12.
He used to play quite well in those days.
And, of course, his wife, Charlotte Church.
Yes.
And she was the star of The Angel. But, of course, he is playing rugby for Bath at the moment. Well, there we are.
Not terribly well at the moment.
Oh, don't be too hard.
He made a few bloomers on Saturday, I think. Was he playing? Yes.
That was playing for Bath against Exeter, wasn't it?
Yes, and Exeter won.
That's right.
And one or two of the little slips he made let Exeter score a few points. I was watching that. Yes.
So we'll remember days when he upended England fullback Tate and
That's an iconic
also
one.
famously kicked a winning penalty for Wales against England
Remember that one?
as well.
Yeah, right almost from the touchline.
So the two of us, well, certainly I as an Englishman, remember that with scars. How do you remember it?
With delight.
There we are then, England and Wales together. Off we go back. We're coming towards the end of our walk now. We're just dropping back down into St Bride's and into the Fox and Hounds.
You can hear the hounds baying.
Well, there's another variation that we've got here, Jeff. Is that a ram or I don't know, is it a good sheep?
It's got horns on it, so it's either a breeder sheep with horns on it or it's a ram. I wouldn't like to. Well, if you go close, it might take a run at you. You never know. Go on, John.
Let's walk a bit closer, Jeff. Just a little bit closer.
Yeah.
And what we've got to hope that it doesn't suddenly charge us.
It looks as if it's about to give birth. See how swollen its stomach is?
Oh yes, this is what we do think, that it is about to
give birth.
So we decided that
possibly a sheep, a breed of sheep with horns that's about to give birth, but I wouldn't like to put money on it.
Well,
it's got a very extended belly there, doesn't it?
Yeah, well, I think we're in agreement on this, and we're not going to go any closer to it. We don't want to disturb it or distress
We'll leave it, yeah.
Seeing the sheep just on its own.
Just in case.
Come on, Lawrence.
Everybody looked around.
Cheers. Cheers. Another very enjoyable day.
Wonderful filmmaker, yeah.
And a lovely